Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your July general reading. This does cover the entire month of July, including the new and full moons. The new moon in Cancer and the full moon in Capricorn are very much informing our experience in July. However, I'm filming this on the summer solstice. So it is the sun's entrance into Cancer that is key at this time. It also represents the entrance into the Sirius Gateway. Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. It also it represents a planetary alignment really with our purpose in life, what we've selected to do to serve humankind. And it's also allowing us, in keeping with the season, the sun entering Cancer, to check in to the way that we're feeling about what it is we're building, what we're improving, allowing our feelings to help us to sort through the tremendous amount of information that's coming to us through the events of the world. So if you're interested in more information about the astrology, I've written something briefly in the description box so that I don't have to take up all of this time with that. However, I do want to thank you all for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, and especially for your comments. They're very useful, they're very helpful to me, and I really feel your appreciation and love, which naturally helps me to continue this work. So your overall energy for the month of July, Cancer, is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of being self-reliant, of being materially independent. This is a beautiful card of resourcefulness and personal prosperity. It also has to do with generosity. Nines always represent a perfection. They're the last single-digit number. So you have completed a way in which, or are completing a way in which, you feel stable and secure, protected, and prosperous in your own personal life. This also indicates that within your garden, within your space of security, you are appropriately generous and you are not closed at all to the idea of investing in others, but appropriately, so that the majority of your resources are reserved for yourself, so that your foundation cannot be diminished. The 10th house, where you live in the world, the way others see you, your work, the Six of Wands indicates this recognition and reward for the efforts that you've put forward in your current movement, your current path of achievement. So this path of achievement may be something that is pertaining to your work, your family, your social relations for sure. And this indicates that you have been battling strategically and diligently for some time in order to achieve something of note to your community. And for that, you are being rewarded. You are recognized. Your efforts are seen. And although you haven't won the war, however that pertains to you, you have won the battle. The first house is your perspective, and the Ten of Swords is indicating that you are really upping your cutoff game. This is you really learning how to separate yourself from those things that don't serve you. So you have worked for some time to really to plumb your experiences, particularly those experiences of disappointment, heartache, failure, or anything that did not appear to realize its potential. And you have also allowed yourself to take responsibility and ownership for those failures by understanding better those actions of yours, those thoughts or beliefs that allowed whatever failure that you experienced to occur. So in the ability to take responsibility for that and to release it, you are perfecting your ability to separate yourself from those things that have hurt, damaged you, or simply drained your energy in a way that has not been fulfilling or addressed your needs. Tens are always numbers of change, so your perspective has changed, is changing drastically in July, but it's also impacting your actions, the ability to cut things out that don't serve you, and what that really means, particularly when it comes to loved ones, family members, how to separate yourself in a way that is loving, giving, forgiving, and productive. The fourth house, your unconscious life, your domestic sphere, your home, your memories, the Queen of Wands, is that lovely energy. And I love the way this leaf or flower has a kind of vulva shape to it, and this leaf pattern and eternity sign. So this card is indicating your own confidence, the growth of your confidence. And in the growth of your confidence about what serves you, the effort you're making, the ability to be recognized for the tremendous effort and growth you're achieving, is fueled by your passion. Cancer, this summer solstice is right in alignment with your gifts. And that is the ability to ascertain how the actions of others, as well as your own, feel to you, how they support you feeling good, feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling secure. And you are not so confident and so passionate in this particular realm that you are actually magnetizing the resources that you may need to you so that you can continue to overcome obstacles, to make headway on those goals that are important to you in your social sphere. The seventh house, your significant others, shows us the Fool, and the Fool is a liberation. This is you making some pretty clean separations from those things that do not serve you, that also acknowledge that you have gained and achieved something in this ability to recognize and understand your own roles in those things that have disappointed you. They may look successful and stable to the outside world. However, it is your ability to understand what here has hurt you, has damaged you, has not felt good, and your ability to separate yourself from that as you forgive that, because forgiving that forgives yourself for having been involved in something that ultimately was not successful, was even hurtful or damaging. The ability to forgive yourself as well as others that you are able to separate from. And that separation does not mean cutting people out of your life. I think you're understanding with some great complexity what separation actually means. Loving separation so that you are free to explore a new journey of relationship, the meaning of relationships. You are liberated from the obligations of the past, and you now are moving forward in partnership towards all of your partnerships with a new experience of freshness, a new ability to release the burdensome past and pursue the joy, creativity, expansion, new information. This is tremendously exciting for you as a Cancer, with the Cancer Sun energy. The courage, the determination, the motivation to move out and to motivate others to want to do the same. So the Ten of Swords in the first house is clarified by the Magician in the second house and the Justice in the third house. Wow. This feels very intense to me. It feels to me that this Fool card is really the harbinger of your ability to focus on what feels good to you, what is something you need or desire, and to focus so successfully on that that the severing of inappropriate relationships, ideas, or beliefs is automatic and really allows this birthing of a more creative, active consciousness to occur. This ability to target your desire and make moves cleanly towards its execution is very much about addressing unfairness that you've experienced in your life, most likely within your family or among your intimate peers, siblings perhaps. So there's a way in which your efforts have been a larger address to not only the fairness and discrimination that you may have experienced in your life, but also to have an impact on the way that this exists in the world, this unfairness, this unevenness, this dismissal of the needs of some based on who they are. So this is you coming to terms with any disability, any harm, any injustice that you've experienced, and really the ability to turn that around and recognize that that empowerment exists within you. The Queen of Wands in the fourth house is clarified by the Empress in the fifth house and the Devil in the sixth house. Wow. Okay, so the Queen of Wands in the fourth house, the sense of empowerment is really, really being fueled by some creative opportunity that you have. Some opportunity you have to work, to build, to create something with your peers, with your children, with your friends, with your lovers, with those people with whom you identify pleasure with. So these are relationships, friendships that feed you, that help you to generate this abundance of new ideas and essentially good feelings coming out of this ability to love yourself better, to understand that the elimination, the separation of yourself from those things that didn't feel good, and beyond that, which were hurtful, harmful, and damaging to you, is really what is fueling this creative passion at this time. And it's allowing others to bring you the tools and resources you need to continue to build something with excellence, to receive the love that you so often give. And the receiving of these resources allows you to generate more love, this sense of abundance that you're experiencing. The Devil card in the sixth house is also about choices that you're making. And these choices, again, do seem to be very much centered on family members, people you work with, intimate siblings, in which you recognize that your sense of your obligations and habits, your routines and habits have been largely derived by some sense of obligation that you have to others. It also shows me that there is a frame around your self-care that you are letting go of. Some way in which you've defined what it is you need physically, what makes you more efficient so that you can be more productive, is no longer the choice you're making. You're releasing the sense of disempowerment, the sense that others can determine what it is you can have. And that is a powerful shift that is coming through a lifetime of experiences and relationships in which you have complied with the expectations of others. The Fool card in the 7th house is being clarified by the Chariot card in the 8th house and the 6 of Swords in the 9th house. The Chariot card is really emphasizing this ability to release a powerful sense of identity in the past and to embrace the possibilities of the future. And the way in which you are doing that with your intimates, with those with whom you share resources, is by asking for the help that you need, rather than the help that is going to move, you think will move the entire entity, your whole family, your whole team forward. This is empowering you to ask for what you need. And as a result, the synergy of that is really propelling you quickly forward. This is helping you to move towards all of those new and expanded arenas that the Fool, the choice to move in a new direction, has opened you up to. I can even see you traveling with the 6 of Swords in the 9th house. I see you crossing water. I see you going, even traveling to heal a problem or attend to someone who is far afield is actually an opportunity for you to not only address that need to learn more, to be open to more and new ways of doing things that is unfamiliar to you, but it's also helping you to heal up and find peace and acceptance by the accepting is helping you to heal this sense of having to inappropriately comply to the needs of others. And part of that healing is an acceptance that this experience, this need and desire, this obligation to others is actually what has created this opportunity at this time in your life for joy, for expansion, for generation, for love. The 6 of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the King of Pentacles in the 11th house and the 7 of Pentacles in the 12th house. I'm going to actually turn this over. This is more, the Knight of Wands is more a general repeat of the energy that I see here. This is you questing for new opportunities, for expansion and growth, with a mind to research, to find out, not knowing the answers, having your answers, your questions answered. The King of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles is showing me that you are able to solidify your sense of security and protection, your stability in the world is something that comes as a part of your cultural heritage, your lineage, your larger tribe and family, maybe your extended family in particular. And I'm having a sense that you are contacting that extended family in some way that is helping to solidify your social position, your material independence and self-reliance. So you may be, in fact, a key player to some experience of inheritance or legacy that you are finding yourself in contact with, that you're searching towards in the month of July. 7 of Pentacles is indicating your overall ability to evaluate where you are in your life right now, to look at the way in which you've worked, the way in which you've negotiated your relationships, the things that you possess, those values, and to really evaluate what is working and what is not. And this is part of your whole move into a new direction. Your whole pursuit of new goals is resting on this ability to evaluate what you've accomplished and how you've accomplished it to date. I'm going to clarify or finish off this reading with a botanical inspiration, Cancer. And a couple have flipped out. I'll take the first one. I'm going to take them both. The nasturtium, victory and conquest. Lao Tzu said, "He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered herself is mightier still." And the other one is the sacred lotus. And one of the reasons I am holding on to this is because this is a card I've not pulled before. The key word is enlightenment. And a Buddhist priest said, "No mud, no lotus." I love these both. Thank you so much, Cancer, for this beautiful reading. And until next time, namaste.